I'm Deniz. I'm from Istanbul, Turkey. How are you?
Good.
Good. How
Great
are
to meet you.
you?
Great to meet you too, guys. How was it? How was in Thailand? How did you feel about it? Were you able to spend any time without when you weren't filming, like in Thailand, and like discovering the place, maybe having a swim or something? I don't know. I
Yeah.
just wanted to ask you this first.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very surreal, once in a lifetime experience. What I think is cool is so we stayed in lots of different locations, and with each
Yeah.
location were like different activities for
Mm.
us. Like I think in Koh Samui it was more relaxed. Like we would go snorkeling sometimes
Yeah.
out in the Gulf. And or like
That's
hang out in
perfect.
those
Paddleboarding.
paddle boarding, or like we would hang out, we would hang out in those water hammocks that we did the
Yeah.
scene in. And then
That
in
they
like
built. They
that they
weren't even
built.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then like in Phuket, we got to do a bunch of boat trips. And then eventually we found this really lovely place called the Health Lab
Oh,
that
that
like
was
epic.
amazing.
Like
Love
we
the
were
health
able
lab.
to
Wow, okay.
like
It's
rounds
like a
of
spa.
sauna
I'm
and
taking
ice
my notes.
baths. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
like there was a lot to offer, and I mean everyone kind of got into their own version of like a wellness retreat for
Yeah.
themselves, and like Sam got really into Muay Thai, and yeah, there was like plenty to do for
Yeah.
us and to
Plenty
see,
to do. Yeah, I imagine. I
to
imagine.
learn.
I'm
Sarah
really
Catherine
envious.
even traveled around. She
I
she
did.
went to
Any meditation for you, Sarah?
What'd you say?
Just like your character, any meditation
Oh
retreat kind
yes,
of
there was
thing?
a lot
Yeah.
of meditation. I was doing like a whole
she
like
does.
solitude practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get very
That's
into it as
great.
well. And I was I was I was like kind of toying with the idea of even doing a silent retreat. And when I told Patrick and Sam, they're like, "Oh my God, like why
Yeah.
are you why
Come
oh
on,
my
get
God."
real.
So, but yeah, I haven't done the silent retreat yet, but I would. I think I would do it at least for like
Yeah,
5 days.
yeah, yeah. At
So
most.
I might get a little
just
kooky.
sorry, just for the research purposes only, I started watching Cruel Intentions as well, and I loved it, of course, because it's such a bingeable show, and
Yes,
you are great in it, and such a different
Yes.
character from here, from
right?
Piper. So, can you elaborate a little on that? Like,
Oh
did you
my
feel
gosh.
more inclined to Piper or to Caroline? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, first, thank you so much for saying that and for recognizing that. That is
Oh,
kind of my favorite part about being an actor. Like, I feel so fortunate that I don't. I've found that I haven't had to play myself in every single job. Like, I really get to kind of morph, and I kind of see myself as like this blank slate. And if you put a different hair color on me, or like give me heels, or put me in a dress, or put me in a pantsuit, like I can just kind of
yeah.
be either a woman or like a teenager, or it's really 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 fun for me. But it was
Yeah.
given that like Cruel Intentions, I had just finished filming that, and then like a week later I was in Thailand as Piper, and that was a little like funny for me, my brain. Also, given the fact that like in
Just a
Toronto it
month.
was
Oh my God. Yeah.
snowing. Yeah, like I was there in January and like wearing puffers, and then I was sweating in Thailand with like
Oh my
dark
God.
brown hair, and I'm like, who is this girl?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Like
Yeah,
I was
really.
kind of learning about Piper and myself like at the same time, which is so
Uh,
fun. Like I did like I love the discovery aspect of it. But yeah, I just kind of had to shed the boss woman and the like
Yeah.
the
Bravado.
dominatrix, and then kind of come into this pure innocent virginess type woman.
yeah.
It was quite a transformation
Exactly. It was a
but
big transition, I think, and you
totally.
did it perfectly.
Oh,
So
thank
yeah,
you.
Sure
yeah, yeah.
That's
did.
You
so
really did.
nice. Thank you
Uh,
so much for saying that. Thank you.
Found it.
Nothing. That's great. Yeah, Sam, you took so many good photos. Like I've been on your Instagram, but
Yes.
since
Oh,
like
thanks.
long before these interviews,
Thank
and I
you.
really love it. Do you love it? Is it like a hobby for you? Are you thinking like seriously about that? Like I don't know, because you are really, really good. So I don't know. I just you can
He's a
consider that as
filmmaker.
like
Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah.
like
Yeah, I love
next to
taking
acting.
photos.
I don't know. Yeah, it's really, really great.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think photography is something that I just do I just like having
Okay.
good pictures of my friends to look back on and remember things. But yeah, I mean, my end goal is to also be a director and writer, and I have this production company with my friends, and we're making stuff.
That's great.
I, I am really interested in photography for film as well, you know.
Yeah.
These
But
are all like very intricate, like they all go together, so
yeah,
I can understand
exactly.
that. You come
Exactly.
from an acting family. I'm really a big fan of both of your mom and your dad. I was actually watching
thanks.
Dolly and Em like a long time ago. It was like
No
10 years
way!
ago,
What are
I
the
guess.
odds? That's so
And you
funny.
you acted in that as well, I know.
Yeah.
But I just saw that from your IMDb page. So yeah,
That's so
I
funny.
yeah. So did you always know you wanted to be an actor? I wanted to ask you that as well. And
Yeah, I mean,
a long time you are doing this, so I mean, I guess it is, but yeah.
yeah. Well, to be honest, no. I mean, I always did school plays and stuff. I always really enjoyed acting, but
Okay.
I more sort of fell in love with movies than falling in love with acting. Like I
Mhm.
was just
All
obsessed
right.
with yeah, I was obsessed with films and going to see them in the theater, and I just became a total nerd about all of that. And then
A
I got an
cinephile, that's
offer.
great.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and then I got an offer to audition for this Noah Baumbach movie, White Noise, and I was so excited to audition, not
Yeah.
necessarily specifically because I
Such
wanted
a
to be an
great cast
actor,
as
but
well. You are
yeah,
always like in this really good ensembles. So yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
So
very
true.
lucky.
Yeah.
Thanks. I
Yeah,
know it is
yeah.
true. I'm really
The
lucky.
perfect couple as well. It was really great and you
Yeah.
were all so good. Like here as well. Like I'm
Oh,
really curious
thanks.
what's gonna happen. They are telling me to wrap it up. So thank you so much. And I also want to say Parker Posey, your mom, who plays your mom, says, "But you are not from China." And I think that's the meme of this season. Like
Ah,
that conversation between you and your mom,
yay.
Parker Posey. I think that's gonna be like these guys
Honey,
are
you're
gonna
not from
murder
You're not
China.
me
from
of this
China.
season.
No,
You are not from China.
sincerely, like all of everything that Victoria says is so memeable and
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
funny. Yes. No,
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day. I know you have a long day ahead of you. So
Thank you.
thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.